What's going on, future millionaires? Drip is still going as we wait for Forex to drop that direct utility for Drip itself. Now, the biggest caveat that most people say about Drip is what they've been saying recently is the price, the price, the price. But one thing I do want to say that has been remained. Number one, Forex has stayed in communication. He stayed giving updates and he hasn't abandoned the projects. And then number two, the community is stronger than ever. And we can see that by the three, new community built projects that is going to help support Drip, right? Mainly the buy and burn is what the community likes to call it, but essentially it's sending Drip to the tax vault, which will also help Drip from minting more tokens. Now, the three projects briefly, we got the Guardians of the Reservoir, which are NFTs that help take that profit and buy Drip. We have the Drip Lottery, which recently just came out, that's funded by the 𝗤𝗢𝗚 members. And then we also have Droplet, which is also in its infancy, which I recently just threw one BNB in, and I'm going to show you that a little bit later. But real quick, let me just show you something. If I pull the white paper up real quick. Here's the reservoir. 100% of all NFT sales will go to the reservoir. 80% of the rewards from the reservoir will be compounded for the life of the project. 10% will be claimed for Drip buybacks and burn of the Drip token. So basically buying it and sending it to the tax vault. And then the other 10% will be claimed for rewards and the project upkeep, right? Here's the current price of Drip, around 51 cents. And if I pull up my Telegram here real quick, I got it saved. Want to be well here. You can see I'm getting super excited for the new Drip Lottery. This is a community-driven project as well, just like the Guardians of the Reservoir and Droplet, by members of our very own 𝗤𝗢𝗚. Now, the name of the DApp once it launches is going to be Drip Lottery, and then here's a few things about it. So number one, there's going to be 1 BUSD will equal 1 ticket in the lottery. Participants can enter as many times as they like. BUSD will buy Drip, as this is more in line with the incentives to buy Drip and not sell it. 0% dev fees, which is awesome. Yes, 0. This is a project which fully supports Drip. 5% first prize jackpot, 1% for 5 runner-ups. Total 10% plus Drip tax equal 11% of the pot. Winners drawn daily. We also have winnings paid as Drip airdrop directly to winning wallet. And then you have 5% of the funds and influencer brought in their affiliate links paid out as referral rewards in lottery tickets, not BUSD or Drip, which will help with the sale pressure. And then 10K under them, they get 500 tickets for that same day's draw. So I'm not going to read all of this, but you can definitely screenshot this right here or pause the video and go into detail. So that is the Drip Lottery. And then of course we have Droplet, which is the Droplet protocol. Now, before we get into this real quick, let me briefly just show you, for those that want to know, I haven't added any more in. For those that's following me, you know how much I put into this particular wallet. I'm right around, I'm still away like 3 to 3.5 months from that max out wallet if I don't add any more capital in. Now, one thing that's going to be interesting is once we hit that 1 to 4 month mark, because right now in the next month we have quite a few whales that's going to be coming up having their max wallet. We got Scott the Investor, we got Driptopian, which is Lee, and I believe Crypto Don has snuck up there as well because he's been DCAing like crazy. So we got quite a few whales that's going to be coming up in the next month. And then people that's close to my amount, that's around that 9 to 10,000 mark, we have around 3 months, 3.5 months give or take before we hit our max wallet. And there's quite a few people around that area as well. So in the next 1 to 4 months, we're going to see a lot more max wallets. So it really would be nice to have that additional direct utility, because the community driven projects that's built isn't necessarily made to just moon the price of Drip, but it is there to help support the foundation of Drip by buying and sending that Drip to the actual tax vault, right? So over time, as this thing is running like a well-oiled machine, this should help the Drip price and just the overall stability of it moving forward. Now, if we look at Droplet, I'm not going to go through a full run through on this at this time, but essentially this project is going to help burn Drip and send that Drip to the tax vault. So if I go over here real quick, that's the dashboard. Drip network support. The water bucket rewards will be split the following ways. 20% of the water bucket rewards will be going to Drip network to support buyback and burn. And if you look here on their Twitter page, they've already burned over 12,000 drips so far, right? 12,427 to be exact. So we can see it is working. So if we head over to the protocol here, you can see there's right around 677,000, at least at the time of this video. Can be lower or higher. Now I'm gonna try to do a quick run through, but this is not gonna be a full overview. Now, there are three main tokens. You have Droplet, which is a algorithmic token pegged to BUSD. You have the golden drip share, which is basically the golden goose, and this is what's going to print the Droplet token, also known as lit. And then you have L bonds, which is basically made for when this algorithmic token is under peg, right? So let's go down to the dashboard. And as I mentioned, I put in one BNB into this, and this was actually today. I've already earned about $7 off of that, $300, which is not bad. So as we move on down, here are the staking pools. And real quick, you have the dashboard, which is what we're on now. We have the staking pools, and you have the water bucket. Now, the water bucket is also known as the boardroom, but we will get to that here in a second. Now, all of these staking pools are going to earn you the golden drip share, also known as GDS. You can use GDS and BUSD, lit in GDSD, lit in wrap BNB, or you can do lit in BUSD. Right now I did lit BUSD. You can see here's my current stake. I got 81 LPs in there. Here's the current value. You can see how much I've earned so far in quantity, and then how much that is in actual USD value. If you hit view here, it's going to take you inside that actual pool. It'll show you the total value locked, what the APR is daily. So 9% right now is actually really, really nice. It was a lot higher than this. Now, if Droplet continues to be successful, and so far it has shown to do that, trust and believe that these APRs are going to go down. Why? Because more people are going to be staking. So the more people that starts to stake in these pools, it will start to reduce the APR for investors. So the people that's getting in early, the people that got in at the pre-sale, they've seen a lot of daily yield already. And this is why it's nice to take that early risk if that's something you want to do. Now, with that being said, I can claim this right now if I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm just letting it stack. Now, I think I am going to add another BNB in here. However, I'm going to add it to the GDS BUSD pool. Why? Because this will give me a little bit of GDS, and it will split up my pools as well. And then also the daily APR is a little bit higher. Now, one reason why I think GDS is higher compared to lit is because logically, when people look at the price, and if you look right here, the lit price is 323. You have golden drip share is 748, and earlier today it was like 690 around this morning. You can see it's already up to almost 750. So let's go back to home real quick, and this will show us the price of the three main tokens. Droplet is around 323. Now remember, this is pegged to $1, so this is well over peg, right? It being at peg would be at $1 or 1.01. You have the golden drip share, which is around almost 750, and then you have L bond. So the reason why I think people aren't buying GDS right now is because the price is so high, and people's like, well, I can get more quantity with Droplet. And so I think a lot of people do that because both of these stakes, all three of these or all four of these pools are going to earn you GDS anyway. But if you're trying to get the highest APR, if you're playing the APR game, you want to go into GDS and BUSD because currently it's going to pay you out the most. However, could it have more volatility compared to lit? Absolutely, right? Because remember, lit is algorithmic and it is pegged to BUSD. And remember, these two also as well, one of the tokens of this liquidity pair is BUSD, which helps give you a little bit of a safe haven of impermanent loss because one of your LP tokens is a actual stable coin. So when I add another BNB in, if I do, which I believe I'm going to put it into the GDS BUSD LP pair. Also, as long as this APR is a lot higher than this one currently. Now, of course, all of this is going to go down, as I mentioned earlier, as more people continue to stake. But as of right now, it is still in its infancy. So quick overview, if you want to earn GDS, you can stake it by adding these liquidity pair tokens into the pools, and you'll add those you'll add that liquidity by doing pancake swap. Also, if you want to take your GDS, right, just like I have some GDS right here, if I hit the view, I can claim. It's about $7. I could literally claim this go right over to the boardroom, also known as the water bucket. I kind of like the water bucket term. You can see well over 100% peg. I can take that GDS and stake it here, which is also going to earn me the lit token, right? And so the more golden share you have, the more lit you can actually earn when it comes to the actual water bucket itself, right? And if you think about it, look how high the price currently is for GDS, 746, but that's also because the supply is so low. And then right here is the lit and BNB LP token price, $3.19. It's a little bit less than the lit token. And then of course you have bonds, which this will come into effect once the lit price is under peg. You buy bonds to basically get it back to peg. So it has some similar mechanics that EMP uses, but a lot of this is going to help support drip and of course the droplet ecosystem itself. So again, here's Droplet. Hopefully that gave you just kind of a brief overview. If you've already been in DeFi, once you mess around with it for a couple of days, you will understand the protocol very easy. So I just wanted to show you guys my last live stream. We looked at Droplet, but at that time I actually wasn't in the project. And then recently I went on and just threw a BNB actually in there to go ahead and get some of that daily APR. All right, Drip community, let me know what you thought of this video. What do you think about the new community driven projects, Guardians of the Reservoir, the Drip Lottery, Droplet, and then also just the additional utility that's going to be coming out for Drip as well. We have the fiat on ramp, the new UI, which those two things is more so of like cosmetics to help supplement the actual utility. I don't look at those as like full utility. But we also have the lending as well, scratchies that's going to be coming out. That is additional utility for Drip that we're going to like to see. So let me know what you thought of this video. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button on your way out. And I do want to say real quick, Drip community, really appreciate all the support. This is one of the reasons why I keep putting out content for you guys, besides the fact that I believe in the project and the vision, because you guys show up and you show out showing love. So I appreciate it. Catch you guys on the next one.